Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's One Piece Treasure Cruise video, I will be showcasing 4 different teams that can deal with every mechanic you will ever face, even over level 30, for the new Kizuna normal boss versus Mihawk and Perona. For the first team versus the Q variation, we are going to use the new legend for this Kizuna, Missile Sunday and Mr. Zero, for extra tickets as friend captain to maximize tickets without getting the new badge. And our own captain will be Memories of the Straw Hats legend Robin, and we want to have super class access on her. We do because of Mr. Zero and Nami being on the crew. For your dual units, you want to enter on Nami, Shirahoshi, Missile Sunday and Wanda, and in stage 2 swap Missile Sunday to Mr. Zero. We drop resistances that way, get a bit of extra damage, then super swap Nami to Karina to get some better slots and also extra damage. Then activate Robin's special. She will deal with resilience, increase our damage, and she can deal with burn from her captain ability, so she's great. And finally we activate Lodges to increase our damage, get a guaranteed matching slot on him, and super easily defeat stage 2, ending our attacks with Law. Something to know, we want to reactivate Robin's special, so we want to regain it in the final stage. So having access to the super class is a necessity, and the preemptive will help a bit up until we have our turn, we get some special reduction. But Carrot Wanda are also exceptionally good to guarantee the special so we can reactivate it. After the preemptive, what you want to do first is activate Shirahoshi. We want to select the attack down and the pain for the debuffs that we remove. Even with the extra attack down added later, they can still deal with it, so completely remove those. After that, swap back to Nami and activate her special. She will provide us with an attack boost, so extra damage for everyone, and also deal with barrier or 2 turns of it after a specific level. Then we want to activate Wanda, no need for their super swap. They will provide damage with Carrot and also provide Robin with special cooldown reduction. Then we activate the super class of our Captain Robin, so she can regain her special, but also provide us with chain boundaries. And then her special, of course, to completely deal with barrier after a specific level, apply increased damage taken and get a chain boost, so even more damage. And finally, we want to swap back to Missile Sunday and activate her special. We are going to apply Weekend, we are going to remove defense up completely on all levels. We get a color affinity boost and we apply poison, so the boss will remove the damage nullification completely and we can super easily defeat it. The second team won't be using the new legend as friend captain, we are going to use Nami and Carrot as captain and Black Maria with Ulti as friend captain instead. And because we are using a lot of dual units, you need to make certain you enter on Black Maria, Nami, Jinbe, Rebecca and also Shirahoshi, but that one doesn't really matter because they don't have a super swap. And this is Raid Caesar, if you are wondering, he will be very useful for the final stage. For stage 2, things will be super easy. First we want to super swap Black Maria to Ulti for boosting our chain, but to also have Ulti as captain and get end of turn damage to deal with resilience. And then we super swap Nami to Carrot and activate her special to completely remove burn, get the full board of matching slots and chain boundaries to easily have enough damage and deal with Perona. For maximum damage you want to start with your strength unit Rebecca, then all of your int units ending on Nami and Carrot to have more than enough damage, and then the end of turn damage from Ulti will defeat Perona through resilience. And we proceed, we do not care about the HP cut once again, we are going to deal with the pain with Shirahoshi Mansery. But for this team, they are only useful to deal with pain. If you either have another unit that can deal with it or another method, you can feel free to swap them out. After the preemptive though, we do want to activate them first, and we only care about the pain since we do have Robin Jinbe who can deal with the attack down even in later levels. Removing pain, and after that super swap Jinbe to Robin to be on the deck side and activate Robin to remove attack down completely and get a base attack boost for everyone. Then we want to swap back to Black Maria to once again have color advantage, get a slight chain boost too, and also activate their special to get a conditional attack boost and an attack boost for everyone. Then we want to super swap Rebecca to Vivi and activate them to completely deal with defense up, even at later levels, and get a color affinity boost. And finally, Caesar, who is here to give a slight ore boost, which can be helpful because it does affect our units, and will also apply poison, which activates the interruption and damage nullification is gone. After that, we attack based on color advantage and clear. The first team versus the dex variation will be using Captain Shift, Roger, Rayleigh and Gaban in the captain position, and then we are going to have the new legend Mr. Zero and Miss All Sunday as a friend captain. This team also has quite a few intricacies, so let me go over them here. For the dual units you want to enter on Roger and Mr. Zero. For the two supports we want one that can deal with one turn of chain coefficient reduction in the final stage. I have Treasure Map Reward Jimbe on Colosseum Morley, and one that can deal with one turn of Threshold in the final stage. I have Rare Recruit Q Beppo on Law and Robin. Pirate Rumble Fujitora needs to be in the middle right spot, and Roger as captain can deal with Bind in stage 2. Because of their sailor ability, our admirals resist the blind, and Law with Robin resists special bind, and we activate them to remove it, and also get a color affinity boost for the remainder of the quest. We activate the admirals to get 3 turns of end of turn damage and the full board of matching slots. The end of turn damage is very valuable because we avoid every interruption in the final stage and can deal with resilience. We swap to Miss All Sunday for some extra damage. We also swap Roger to Rayleigh and Gaban, and we shift them to the middle right spot, making the admiral unit captains. They can be very good for stage 2. And finally, we activate versus Whitebeard to deal with all of the mobs on the stage, either the baboons or the ghosts if Perona is active. And we also get 3 turns of chain boundaries and more than enough damage to easily clear stage 2. Just make certain you hit the perfects, break the barrier into hits, and also have in mind the right column units are not fully boosted by our captains, only half boosted, but the left column units are fully boosted, so you want to end the attacking chain on them, and specifically Miss All Sunday that has rainbow damage and attack boosts for this Kizuna, and also takes advantage of the color affinity boost. We can also avoid the captain swap after the defeat of stage 2, simply because of our captain shift. For the final stage now, we want to swap Rayleigh and Gaban back to Roger, shift them back to the captain position, and then activate their special. They will be super helpful because they can deal with the barrier after a specific level, they can deal with pain as well, and on top of that we get very good damage and matching slots from them. Then we want to activate Colosseum Morley, who is super helpful too because he will reduce 5 turns of Threshold, activate Jimbe support to deal with the 1 turn of chain coefficient reduction, and on top of that, because of our Free Spirit captain, will apply defense down and provide us with a conditional attack boost against it. Finally, we swap back to Mr. Zero and activate his special. This unit is not that useful in this quest, but they can apply Weekend, which can be helpful, but we already have a color affinity boost and chain boundaries. You can also activate the versus ability of Whitebeard if you have it, it does not really matter, it doesn't have any effect on the stage really. But what you want to do is attack with Law and Robin first and hit a perfect to remove the 1 remaining turn of Threshold. Then attack with the other 2 right column units, then the left column ones, ending on your friend captain, and then the end of turn damage will take care of the enemy. For the second team versus the dex variation, we are going to use Super Sugofest, Luffy and Yamato as captains, and the friend captain will be the super evolution of the Shanks crew. Make sure you enter on Yamato and Shanks to get the special cooldown reduction, also on Shirahoshi from V1 Shirahoshi Mansery, and I know I'm using them again, but Pain will appear after level 30, so they are super helpful with that and they can provide beneficial slots. Captain Shift Roger or any other unit you want to help you with that can also work. In stage 2, Yamato with Luffy will deal with Bind, the Shanks crew will deal with Special Bind, and then we activate Shinobu and Raizo to remove Blindness. They also do provide the 3 turns of end of turn damage that can help with resilience in the next stage, but that is not important, you just want someone to deal with blindness. Next, you want to activate Rare Recruit Law and make him captain. He does provide a chain boost too, he's a decent captain. And we want to do that to avoid the captain swap, of course, after we defeat Mihawk. And finally we super swap to the crew to get an attack boost and a full board of matching slots. Attack Mihawk, hit the perfects to break the barrier and make certain you at least take care of 2 of the baboons. And you also want to have maximum despair sockets. That way, Mihawk will be defeated, he won't apply the captain swap, and the baboons will despair our captains. But on every despair application, 3 turns will be reduced because of sockets. Meaning, if you let 3 baboons survive, you are going to be inflicted with a total of 6 turns of despair. That will also get reduced 1 turn because of the preemptive, and then Colosseum Dogstorm will be able to completely remove it with his special, and we don't really care about the despair before we attack anyway, because the utility from the captain abilities we needed for stage 2. Now that we are in the final stage, the first thing you will do is activate Shirahoshi Mansery to deal with pain, because we don't have a lot of HP since Shinobu and Raizo also reduced it. And it does not matter at all to deal with the chain debuffs, I will target now here to show you. Shanks crew will be the unit that will deal with both the chain debuffs because of their very good chain lock, and when we hit perfects they will also deal with resilience with end of turn damage. Then we want to super swap Yamato to Luffy for a color affinity boost and activate their special to apply increased damage taken, get an ore boost, and also very good adjacent slots, and Treasure Map recruit Hyogoro will activate as support to reduce threshold. You generally need anyone that can reduce 1 turn to help Inuarashi completely remove it, alongside removing despair and providing an attack boost. Attack here ending with your strength units, super easily do enough damage, and with Shanks crew's end of turn damage, clear the quest. And these are my 4 different teams for the new Kizuna vs Mihawk and Perona. Hopefully you found the video enjoyable or helpful. Let me know by leaving a like, I would really appreciate it. And as always, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.